Okay, please make sure that you got the share of the book. Raise your hands if you did not get the book. Uh, uh, okay, it doesn't matter. Just if extra, yeah. Okay, the anyone else? Okay, so Alhamdulillah is so well prepared. Everything is on the iPad. Okay, and the okay, good. All of you have it. The if you have a book in your room or in your luggage not yet opened, please take a book, a copy, to make sure that we use it here. Anyone else? Okay. As an auspicious gathering, before I talk about anything else, let us recite the following verses together from page 3. Okay. Setting a proper motivation that makes a whole difference in what we are doing, which means that the Tibetan great masters, they talk about the two activities with the virtues that we engage in, two activities, one at the outset and one at the end. At the outset, to set a proper motivation that makes a whole difference as to where, in which direction we are going. For example, say the people who go to work, whatever work that you're doing, your own business, or if they say the corporate work, or whatever. When you go there, you go with the motivation that today, whatever I do, even though it's just for my own living, but whatever I do with whoever I meet with, I'll make sure that I will not create problem to them, and I'll make things easy for others. And if possible, try to help others. If this is how you set a motivation and go to work, you see that your whole day for yourself, life will be very beautiful and easy. Number 2, there's what is known as accumulation of tremendous, incredible merit. And the accumulation merit happens. And what is meant by accumulation merit? This is again very interesting concept, particularly those of us who are who are already born as Buddhists. I say you may have not even, this question will never not even come to you. You will take for granted. But those of us who they come in contact with Buddhism later in life, these questions, what is the accumulation merit? These questions will come to you, and the whatever question that you have. So since that we have little time, 10 days. So usually it's about like 7 or 8 days. So this time, I hope it is, I think it's 10 days. If it is 10 days, then we have little time, which means that we can go a little slow. And all these questions, which may be bothering you, you can bring this up, say either in form of, which I'm going to discuss, the group discussion, or where you see that it's a very pressing question, you can bring this up on my table, and we can do that for all of us, so everybody will be benefited. So with this in mind, first of all, setting proper motivation, this is extremely important, and then at the end, that what we do is the proper dedication of the virtues. So usually what we do is that early morning we begin with the setting of a proper motivation with the morning practice, and the 5:45, which is 5:45. You know that 5:45 is not a holiday. It's not a holiday, right? You know that? 5:45, which means that you expect to get up at 5. Yeah. Okay. So but 5:45 you should report here. So before that, maybe 5 minutes. What is that? Snooze? No. What do you call that? Snooze. 5 minutes snooze. 5 minutes snooze. But 5:45 you should be here. Okay. So so this is how we do, and then towards the end we do the dedication. This is what we try to do every day. So in a way, what we're doing here is not that the retreat means this is how it should be like. We can make retreat very easy. This is not the proper silent retreat. This is more like study retreat. And what's the difference? Silent retreat and study retreat, you have to know the difference. And we have to learn both. It's very important. So with this in mind, as an auspicious gesture of beginning the retreat in an auspicious way, let us, even though you may not know the meanings as yet, don't worry. And many of you are already very familiar with the concepts. Let us visualize Buddha Shakyamuni, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and all the enlightened beings who are the sources of inspiration for you pertaining to generating the universal compassion, or the most beautiful mind of the universal compassion or bodhicitta, and the most fearless mind of the wisdom of emptiness. So that is for your refuge field. And for the bodhicitta field, visualize your two kind parents on the two sides, even though you may not describe your parents as kind, but as long as you could remember that when you were a very small girl or small boy, where you needed to be, when you were so vulnerable, you needed the mother's love, the father's love so much, and you really benefited out of this to the extent that you see the prospect of your parents being separate from you for the next few hours, 1 day, 2 days, you just feel like crying, screaming. If that is what you could remember, means that you've already received maximum love and affection from your parents. And whereas there could be rare exceptions, 1 out of 100,000 people, that you have not received love and affection from parents when you were so vulnerable, when you were so weak, little, very young, age 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these things, yes, do happen. So if that was the case, then that's exception for you. And if you do fall into this category, all our discussions here are related to how to transcend our ordinary thinking by embracing your parents and so forth. So for you, it can be slightly different, and it can be even more profound in comparison with the people who already had that one of the experience of the love and affection received from your parents. For you, those who did not receive that since your childhood, for you, if you're able to do the practice well, it can be an incredibly great opportunity for you to really shine even more than what others went through. Okay. And the purpose of our practice here is, and the very text in Praise of Dharmadhatu, which we are going to study together, this text is all about your true nature. So whatever situation that you are in at the moment, that you went through in the past, and that you see yourself in the future, whatever situation, the true nature of your mind is extremely beautiful, and that it's just a matter of you, getting this information to see your true nature inside, and then let it be awakened so that you become the happiest person, that you become the most meaningful person, that you become such a fearless person to uncover your true potential inside. And this is not a story. This is not just to give you a false hope or empty hope. This is a reality that each one of us, we have incredibly great treasure. The only thing is that for example, like His Holiness the Dalai Lama, who we see as extremely kind and extremely intelligent, sharp, and full of wisdom, and compassionate, universal, embracing everybody. So when I see that it's very different who I am, and I'm a very unhappy person, stressed, depressed, not going along well with the forget about the world. Even with your parents, I don't go well. I'm such a hopeless person. You may think like this, but this is not who you are. This is just your superficial nature. Your true nature is exactly the same as His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Buddha Shakyamuni 2,500 years ago, and the Lord Jesus Christ 2,000 years ago. So His qualities, Jesus Christ, His qualities of the compassion and the courage, we all have this quality inside us. We all have. And some of you may feel that I'm not really smart, intelligent as Albert Einstein. No, you have this quality inside. The only thing is that they say the gold inside, and what obscures is gold. What obscures is gold. For some, the obscuration can be deeper, and for some it can be less. And for some, you encounter with the situation, and then you're wise enough to identify your true nature and put effort instead of turning your effort outside, investing your effort to unravel the hidden treasure inside, and then the quality inside starts to be awakened. So this is your true nature is extremely beautiful. In fact, we come to learn over the next few days that what we are seeking is everyone, whether you're a believer or non-believer, male or female, it doesn't matter from what religion, from what ethnicity, from what group, it doesn't matter. We all seek two things. Say, if I ask you the question as to what are you seeking, you may give different answers. If there are like 50 people, 50 different answers will come. 100 people, 100 different answers will come. But if I ask the second question, for example, you may see that, oh, I'm not interested in anything else. I just want adventure. Look at something, it's a beautiful place. Look at these beautiful, wherever is so green and so beautiful. And I just came here, I signed up for that purpose, to enjoy this beautiful greens. It's amazing how Venerable Samula developed this small space into a beautiful green. And why you want green? Second question. Then you say, it makes me happy. And some people, if you ask, what are you interested? I'm not interested in anything. What is this? To something? What to something? What? Retreat? What is a retreat? You're very boring. What are you doing, right? And you're too young for this. This you can do later when you're 80, 90 years old, right? So just explore your life. Why should I have to explore your life? It'll make you happy. Again, happy. So we see that on the surface level, everybody will have different answers. But the moment you hit the second question, everybody will come down to the same point. That is, I want happiness and I want to stay away from miseries. This is the commonality among all of us. So the point is that, can we attain this question? Can we attain the fearlessness and the maximum happiness? And in the first place, do you really seek the fearlessness, total fearlessness and maximum happiness? You may say that, no, I'm not too sure. I'm not asking that you will achieve it. If it is achievable, do you want it? This question. Then the answer is, if it is achievable, yes, of course. I want to have the total fearlessness and infinite happiness. Then the question is whether or not that is achievable. This question, whether or not that's achievable. If the answer is yes, the next question is how. So this is what we are trying to explore the next 10 days. So keep in mind that your purpose, at least for today, what are you learning, what are you hearing? I'm not saying learning today. What you're hearing is that, wow, that's amazing. I too have a potential to be as compassionate, as visionary as His Holiness the Dalai Lama. I too have a potential to be as intelligent as Albert Einstein. I too have the potential to be as courageous as the Lord Jesus Christ. I too have the potential to have the incredible integrity to stick to the ahimsa, to stick to the non-violence as much as the Lord Mahavir did. I have all these potentials. So, and then we have the Buddha, the embodiment of all these qualities which he taught on this planet Earth. So, wow, that's amazing. I have these potentials. Then why should I feel depressed? Why should I feel, unhappy about myself? I have this potential, and nobody can fail you. Let me begin my talk by saying that nobody can fail you. Only you can fail yourself. Nobody can fail you. Even if you may not be too intelligent, or even if your PR, public relationship, is so bad, but nobody can fail you. Even if you may not be doing so good in your academic studies, still nobody can fail you. It is only you who can fail you. If you look at the stories of what you call as the successful people in the world, if you look at their stories, you see that they rose to that height of success through failures. Failures are the stepping stones to reach to this height of the success. So each one of us, nobody can fail us. We can. Just put effort. Only thing that we need to do is that we need to know where to put the effort. Put the correct effort and the right effort. Right effort, correct effort in unraveling your hidden treasure inside. Everyone has the same potential. Not that one group has more potential than the others. Everybody has the same potential. And of course, this is the main focus of our 10-day teaching. So with this in mind, my job is to just uncover this hidden treasure, remove the metal dirt, and let this treasure be out. So for us, we may see that I don't see any treasure within me. I'm extremely depressed, very a failure, and the hopeless person. No, this is not who you are. True nature of the true nature of yourself. This extremely beautiful, total fearlessness, and with the infinite happiness. This is your true nature. Just uncover it. So, with a desire, aspiration to uncover this potential within ourselves, let's recite the 4 verses, and then even the recitations. Some of you may feel, why should we recite this, right? So today, let's just do these, and then in the course of our the class or this course, you have any questions? Why do we have to do this recitation over and over again? I already know what is in there in the text. So any question that you might have, feel free to bring this up and we can discuss. Okay, with this in mind, let's turn to page 3. And imagine that all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas are with you, your true parents, and all your family members, including children, and all dear mother sentient beings, human beings, animals, the cats, dogs, insects, hungry ghosts, hell beings, God and Goddess, spirits, everyone is with you, and you are inspiring all of them to join this journey of turning inwardly to remove the mental dirt, to awaken this treasure within us. And teach by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. And teach by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. And teach by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. The next page. I go for refuge and am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. by my accumulations through practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations or practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations or practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. And let's read the Tibetan form. Sanje joda zoge jonam la chanjo padu dani gyapsu che dage jinzo gebe sonam ge dola penjir sanje jubare sho Sanje joda zoge jonam la chanjo padu dani gyapsu che dage jinzo gebe sonam ge dola penjir sanje jubare sho Sanje joda zoge chonam la chanjo pardo tani gyapsu che dage jinso gebe sonam ge dola penjir sanje jubare sho. The next, independent origination, there is no ceasing, no arising, no annihilation, no permanence, no coming, no going, no separateness, no sameness. I prostrate to the consummate Buddha, the supreme among all teachers, the one who taught this peace, which is free of elaborations. I prostrate to the mothers of the hearers, the bodhisattvas, and the Buddhas, which through the knowledge of all lead here the seeking pacification, complete peace, which through the knowledge of all past courses was helping my greatest to achieve the aims of the world, and through the possession of which helps subdue as about a variety of teachings. The one who has transformed into the reliable guide, motivated by altruism to benefit sentient beings. The teacher, Sugata and protector, to you are my prostrations. The one who has eliminated the web of conceptualizations and is endowed with the divine bodies of the vast and the profound, who tenderly transfer the forever noble light rays, to you the Buddha I make prostrations. Inspired by wisdom and compassion, today in the Buddha's presence, I generate the mind of full awakening for the benefit of all sentient beings. Next. We'll say this together, and most of you know how to recite this. We'll say this together, and those of us who are hearing this for the first time, just listen to us and then join us. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham dathagato hyavatat Desham chayo niroda evam bhati mahashramanaye swaha Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham dathagato hyavatat Desham chayo niroda evam bhati mahashramanaye swaha Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham nathagato hyavatat Desham chayo niroda evam bhati swaha. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The cessation causes as well as taught by the Great Seer. Profound, peaceful, elaboration-free, clear-light and non-composite. Such is the nectar that Dharma I have discovered. Finding no one to fathom this teaching, in silence I return to words. Beyond our trends, thought and expression is perfection of wisdom, which is unborn, unseized, hence the danger of space. Is the object of apprehension of self-realized wisdom. To you, the mother of the Buddhas of the three times, I be obeisance. All composite things are impermanent. All contaminated things are nature of suffering. All phenomena are their nature of emptiness and selflessness. Transcending sorrow is peace. The Guru is the Buddha, the Guru is the Dhamma, likewise the Guru is the Sangha. The Guru is the source of everything wholesome. I go for refuge in the Guru. By the sound of the vibrant drum of Dharma, you liberate all beings of miseries. I beseech you to kindly remain and give teachings until the end of the expanse of billions of eons. The Buddha does not watch the negativities of beings, nor does he remove their miseries by his hands. His spiritual realization is not transferred to them. It is by teaching the truth of suchness that the beings are liberated. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all the miseries gloom. Instructions on departing from the four attachments. If you're attached to this life, you're not a spiritual practitioner. If you're attached to samsara, you have no renunciation. If you're attached to your own self-interest, you have no bodhicitta. If there is grasping, you do not have the view. Okay, page 29, or page 31, sorry, page 31. We'll recite the Heart Sutra mantra together. Deata Vom Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha Tyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha Tyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha Tyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha. Okay, let us turn to page 50. Let's recite these three verses. The first verses 3 times, and the next two verses 3 times together. And this you will come to know that this is these three verses are extremely important for us in generating what is known as a universal compassion, in order for us to experience the infinite happiness. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddha in my heart. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please pay heed to me. Just as previous Buddhas have generated the Dhamma Bodhicitta, and just as successfully dwelt in Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the Dhamma Bodhicitta, and likewise shall I too successfully train the Bodhisattva practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please pay heed to me. Just as previous Buddhas have generated the Dhamma Bodhicitta, and just as they successfully Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of bodhicitta, and likewise shall I too successful train the Bodhisattva practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please pay heed to me. Just as previous Buddhas have generated the mind of bodhicitta, and just as successful dwell in the Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of bodhicitta, and likewise shall I too successful train the Bodhisattva practices. Okay, so before I talk about the procedures, okay, Yangila, come here. No. Yes. Okay. This book you will not find in anywhere. You'll find it in Tibet House, Delhi, and you'll not find it in Amazon also. But strange. This book is available in Nepal. I don't know how some people got this in Nepal on sale. Actually, it's not available anywhere. Okay, so this is your copy. Whatever you have in your hand, that's your copy. You have this. Okay, so the whatever you have, that is your copy. And how this becomes your copy is that yes, this is many years of effort, and then there are two couples, brother Elvin and sister Christy from Singapore, and both of them, usually at Tibet House, we just give it on the cost price, whatever printing charge. That is, anybody who's interested to get this book, you just get it on the cost price, just printing, nothing else. And then these two couples, they sent us a message saying that the two of them will be happy to say the print copies, particularly to be used for the retreats, and that this be given free as offering from two of them to the retreat participants. So this is how we got this book. For each one of us is your copy, and this from Brother Elvin and Sister Christy. So let's pray for their, it is their good heart that this be made available to as many people. And what is this book? This book, in the first place, we have this Buddha image here, and this, many of you can identify that this is Buddha image from the Bodh Gaya, the main Mahabodhi temple, and this is extremely the proper the image, extremely well designed, that and the size also, we designed it in such a way that the people can use this photograph, that picture of the Buddha, as the meditation object for if somebody is interested to choose later on you will learn about the shamatha meditation and the special insight meditation, two meditations, single point meditation and analytical meditation. For a single point meditation, we require one object of meditation, be it breath, sensations, or your mind, emptiness, or whatever. You have to choose an object, and then oftentimes the Buddha image is considered as extremely helpful, beneficial object for multiple reasons. One, that it serves as the size, with the proper size visualized, and as the object. And number two, that it is having you're connecting yourself with the Buddha image all the time. You accumulate so much of positive qualities known as merit. Merit accumulation happens, and then for us to undertake this journey, how many came from the outside India for this retreat residence? Anybody? Okay, Susanna here. Okay, here. Ornella. Yes. Lady over there. You came from Indonesia. And the one of the Madhavji there. Okay. Say Susanna, when you come empty-handed or with bag? With bags. So then the lady there with bags, right? All of us, even from Delhi also we brought bags, right? So why bags? And what do you think? If the retreat is longer, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 1 year, the bag will be bigger, bigger, bigger. Yes? And if the travel is longer, the bag will be bigger, bigger, bigger. Why? Because that we need things required for your journey. You're getting it? We need things required for your journey. What is merit accumulation? Merit is the things which will make us sustain, which will sustain us in the journey of enlightenment. You're getting it? For example, some people, they run so fast, but they cannot run too long. Some people, they run too long, but they cannot run fast. You agree? So what is that quality required? Why that person who runs so fast may not be able to run for too long? What's the problem? Hey, stamina. Yes? Okay, Bhumika, what's missing? Stamina is missing, right? Stamina is missing. So there, say this journey, which journey is the journey of enlightenment, awakening your full potential? The journey of enlightenment or journey from your country to India? The journey of enlightenment is a way longer journey and way more meaningful journey. So for that, we require the stamina. That stamina is known as a merit in the Buddhist parlance. In the context of in the Buddhist, the concept, this is that stamina required for you to pursue through your, say, the goal is known as merit. And even in the ordinary sense, for example, we talk about stamina, and some people, we also we talk about, what is that? Where there is will. Hey, younger ones, tell me, where there's will, there's a way. You're getting it? There's a will, there's a way, meaning that somebody who has a will can really make things happen. You're getting it? Somebody with a willpower will make happen. That willpower is not that everybody has it. We have to build this willpower. This willpower in the context of Buddhist philosophy or Buddhist teachings, or in the Buddhist parlance, this is known as merit accumulation. Merit accumulation. Merit accumulation. You getting it? So, say using the Buddha image, we see that it greatly helps us to accumulate merit. You're getting it? Okay, so this is about the cover. Now the contents of the book inside. There are many who are already into Dharma for numerous years, and if you're really new to this, you just try to get the feedback from those people who are for long into Dharma, and who have seen this book for the first time. They see this and they'll say that this is a treasure. You're getting it? In fact, recently there's one monk, they of course trained in the Tibetan tradition, and he also speaks English, and later on his relatives, they were having this book, and the monk said, "What is this book?" And the relative said that this is a book from Tibet House. And he just browsed through the table of contents. He said that this is a book I want. You're getting it? So don't think that this book, okay, really available from anywhere. Don't think like this. Only those people who are all into Dharma for so long, never having seen this book, look at their reaction. Then you will value this book. So what is this book? To make it real quick, is that when I was the translator for His Holiness the Dalai Lama since 2004. So for about like 6 years, when I was translating for His Holiness, so I had to get the materials. His Holiness in those days used to teach a lot. And then the materials that His Holiness uses, very important short texts composed by the Indian masters, Tibetan masters. And then of course, these materials are readily available in Tibetan, but not in English. Some of those which are already available, I try to bring them because I've used this for the English listeners. And then I also had to make sure that the translations are accurate. So try to review the translations before the actual teaching started. So many of the sources are from His Holiness' own teachings, the root text based on which His Holiness gave teachings for the last like almost 20 years. So that is the collection of that. And alongside the teachings that I received from my teachers, and in the course of being in Tibet House, then we're running courses from there. Then gradually we will build up. We come to see that there are some important passages here and there, and we again put them together. And then finally, this book came out. So this is going to be a very handy book for all of us. And this is your copy. This is one thing. Then the in this retreat, how are we going to use this book? Same, every morning we need this book, and then the 3 meals. Before the meals, we recite about like 10 to 20 verses from this. Just keep reading this before the meal. Before the meals, somebody will read the end. Of course, that towards the end. Where is it? The food offering page. Okay, it seems like if you don't know what this book is about, you go just contact Sherry Pema. It seems like she's expert in this. She knows every page. 300. Okay, 300. We see that the section on the food offering verses. Food offering verses is also there, and page 300. And this retreat, what we do is that we'll try to learn how to make a life meaningful. How to make a life meaningful, that almost like whatever we do, like eating food, before eating food, then offering the food to all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas, and think about the sentient beings, how the beings are suffering, and so forth. And that way, again, there's it. And then, as I said earlier, you don't have to follow blindly. You're getting it? You don't have to follow blindly. Should you have questions, feel free to bring this up. You can bring this up in your group discussions, and bring this up to me also if you find that the answers that your friends are giving you're not too sure, and then feel free to bring this up. Okay, this one thing. And then also a little bit of digression, that since that we're already connected, and connected more than just like one retreat and finish. Instead of that, if you do have some long-term questions, even after like 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and so forth, provided both of us live that long, like 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, whatever. If you have questions, because we already built up the friendship, we already built this friendship, or you can just ask your questions. If you feel that there are some questions there, and I want this to be answered, yes, of course, you can. You're most welcome to write to me anytime. This one thing. And then so this food offering before the food, the 3 times meal that we have before that, we'll start this. And many people from the retreats, they learn how to I say every day, even outside the retreat, they learn how to make these offerings, say the offering verses before the meal, wherever they are, in America, in Nigeria, in Japan, in Indonesia, or wherever. So this is one thing that we need to learn. And then why we have to read this. I know what is in this, right? Why? There's a reason there, and you have to know the reasons. Okay, so this one part. Then the next part is that, okay, tomorrow we know that there's a long life puja for His Holiness, and before I just tell you what we're going to do, is that for His Holiness, His Holiness says to be very honest, if His one's giving teachings, that is a different story. Whereas for lifelong praise and so forth, His Holiness will be way, way, way more happy if you do the class here rather than cancel the class and you go there and attend the puja not knowing the meaning, just sitting there, right? For His Holiness, this will be way, way, way more, this will make His Holiness way, way, way more happy. His Holiness is born on this earth in order to benefit the beings. You getting it? And how His Holiness benefits the beings? How His Holiness benefits beings? To help us identify your treasure inside. How to identify this treasure inside is for this, first we have to say, retrieve this treasure. For this, we need to know, we should be convinced that there's a treasure inside. Conviction should be there. And to be convinced, which we have never had any clue of thus far. And today, how can you get this conviction? We have to learn it. So study. First, learn, studying, and this will let us know how to uncover this. Then number two, through the study, we come to get conviction that there's the treasure inside me. That is reflection. By reflection, you come to know that there is something inside me. The real treasure is inside me. Once you know that there's a treasure there, once you know how to uncover this, then you put effort to uncover this. This is known as meditation. Study, reflection, and meditation. So this is what for His Holiness came on the planet Earth. So His Holiness came here to teach us these three things. And for this meditation does not mean just sitting like this and then close your eyes. This is not meditation. Meditation is a deeper thing of the habituating your mind into the virtue to uncover this treasure inside. That is meditation. Just keeping quiet like this, with the eyes closed. Even the rabbits do. You're gonna rabbits also sit like this, particularly in the winter, terribly cold winter, when there's a little bit of sunshine, they go out, sit like this. Once in a while, see if there's any danger. Otherwise, like this. Even the rabbits do. You're getting it? So the meditation is a system of habituating our mind in the virtue to uncover the treasure inside. That is a meditation. This is the deep meaning of meditation. Okay. So His Holiness will be way more important, be happy if he comes to know that, there's a group of people, like how many? 60, 70? 70 people, studying in Praise of Dharmadhatu here. His Holiness will be very happy. When he's happy, this happiness will give him the conviction that the purpose for him to stay on the planet Earth. For ordinary people like us, when you are happy, your immunity is increased. For the enlightened beings like His Holiness, when they are happy, it's not the immunity increase. Immunity is very strong already. So the only thing is that the aspiration to live longer. Because that's the reason why. There are people there who are encouraged, study, bodhicitta, wisdom, and there's a group of people there who are actually doing that. So I'm so happy that, there are some people who are actually doing that. So believe it or not, here in whole over Dharamsala, right? So like coming together in this group and then actually studying such a text, profound text, is so rare. So IBD is one, IBD Institute Buddhist Dialectics, and then some nunneries are there, they're studying. Otherwise, for common people coming together in this size and then studying a deep philosophical study, doing studies, this is what exactly His Holiness actually dreams of. His Holiness's aspiration. So when you fulfill His Holiness's aspirations, he'll be very happy. When he's happy, then he finds a purpose for him to live longer. So that will make him to live long. That is the meaning of long life puja. You're getting it? It's not just go there, sit there, and not knowing any meaning what's happening there. But one thing you are very happy is that when His Holiness passes by, you will see him. This will not happen here. You're getting it? That is something very special. So therefore, because that there's some requests coming from the people, what can we do? Long puja, we go, no go, and so forth. So because of that, I say the reality is, to be very honest, I did not see His Holiness today or yesterday, but I'm saying on behalf of His Holiness. And if you can meet His Holiness, if you ask His Holiness, is it true? His Holiness said yes. You're getting it? But even seeing the enlightened beings, that is something very different story. So therefore, I heard that some of you want to go up. Feel free to go up. So, but otherwise, usually there's an orientation course, which means that we try to save time. We try to save time, and the day we arrive, we just do the orientation course, and so that from the next day we just dive into the ocean. This is what we are trying to do. And so tomorrow, seems that there are people who want to go there. You can go. And people who stay here still we can do the best of the longer prayer for His Holiness, right? So we can come together in the morning at 9 o'clock. We'll come together, and then say we will have the not like the proper class, not the text. Text will begin from the afternoon at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, I think. Yeah. So after 3 o'clock, those who would go up, you expect to come back by 3. We'll start the actual session, and otherwise in the morning we will do something, because that we are already together here, and then the why to just again do nothing. So we will do something like longer prayer for His Holiness. We will do this here collectively and do some explanations here. And yeah, this is what we'll do. And also some of the verses, the lines, the mantras, we will explain it. While some of the people who are interested go up. Others who stay here will do the explanation rather than do the main teaching. Main teaching will start from the afternoon. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Then the next is the prostration. So I see that there are many of you who already been into my retreats, and for you these are all very redundant. But those who are newcomers, for you this is very important. What is maybe so morning we come here at the 5:45, then we make prostrations for about 5 minutes. And the number one, what is prostration? And number two, how do you do that? And then what's the purpose of doing this and how to do that? Okay, this is what we're going to discuss very quickly. Prostration, the first place, prostration is showing respect. It's a gesture of expressing respect to enlightened beings. And why do we have to show respect? Why? Some people, we have a tendency for what is the English word? Somebody who is the rebellious against what is that? Authority, right? And hierarchy and so for respect. What is respect? We're all same, right? Okay. So the idea is respect is the respect doesn't mean that you should have a blind faith. Respect. There's no okay. The respect is it is not that you have to show respect to others. No. In the olden times, yes, we say, oh, you have to have respect towards elders, towards your parents, so forth. Now, so the point is that what do you want? We have to start from there. What do you want? What do you want? What is respect in the first place? What do you want? Let's say that I want to learn physics. I want to learn physics. I want to learn physics. So, to whom would you have more respect, Albert Einstein or Freud, Sigmund Freud? To whom would you have more respect if you're interested in physics? Albert Einstein, right? And what is the gesture of respect? There's an element of love and affection. Affinity is there. For example, when I was age 16 or 17 in school, one of my seniors, who was a very close friend of mine, and his parents were in America. In those days, Tibetans, the going abroad was almost not really non-existent, but extremely less. And my friend, his parents were already in America, and he was to move to America. And I was 16, he must be 17. Then he moved to America, and he sent me a letter. So in those days, the younger ones, you have no clue, right? You will write a letter, handwritten, and then send it. Say you send the letter to America. From America coming back, you can just rest for 1 month. right? Okay, how many you understand this? Raise hands. How many understand this? Okay, I don't know how you understand it. You know, so those who understand this, they should be minimum my age, 50. Right? So normally you're 50. I know you're in your 20s. You're getting it? So those days, young people, they don't have this idea, but I'm talking. So he asked me, Dorji, what do you want from America? So what was my interest? Many of you already know. My interest was in physics. So I said, a big poster of Albert Einstein. You're getting it? And then so I said, I want a big poster of Albert Einstein. Send it, and 1 month you have to rest. It'll never come. 1 month, no reply, nothing will come. Because it takes 15 days there to reach, and he will read it and send it back another 15 days. You're getting it? And it never came even today. It's already 40, 50 years ago. Still the poster did not come. You're getting it? So why I was so crazy after this photograph of Albert Einstein? Because I love physics so much. Because I love physics, and Albert Einstein is connected with physics. So I love him so much. Right? Today, if you bring a big poster of Albert Einstein, I may not love it too much. Because now my interest has changed. You're getting it? So don't bring Albert Einstein the posters. Some people, I'm talking about what happened 50 years ago, 40 years ago, and then now today they feel so compassionate towards me and bring a poster of Albert Einstein. Right? Don't bring. Okay. So what I'm saying is that respect is the showing affinity to say that I really admire you. You're getting it? I want this and you are so good at it. I want to learn from you. This is the meaning of respect. I want to learn from you, right? I'll not be arrogant to say that what you said is wrong, right? I just want to learn. I know that you are so good in this and I want to learn from you. And what do you want? What do you want to learn? Do you agree with me that we all want to learn how to stay away from fears of life? Yes, you want to learn that? How to become fearless in your life and how to expand your happiness. How many want to learn this with hands? Right? And some people say that happiness, I don't really looking for happiness. Say little bit of suffering is good. A little bit of suffering will make you appreciate the happiness. How many agree with this? Raise hands. How many agree with this? Raise hands. Okay, look at those people who agree with this. Angela, look at this. And tomorrow breakfast cut. Tomorrow, little bit of suffering for them to appreciate lunch and dinner. Cut, and then look at their face. If their face very happy, oh yeah, we appreciate. Then they actually mean it. Whereas you raise their hand, and then tomorrow when the breakfast is cut, then their face just drops. This is an indication of what they say is different from what is inside. The two do not resonate. You're getting it? Okay. So the point is that we all want maximum happiness. We don't want suffering. We want to learn how to do that. We all have the potential inside. Each one of us, believe it or not, don't think that you are inferior. Don't think that you are not somebody of the stature of His Holiness, Jesus Christ, Buddha, Lord Ram, and so forth. Don't think that you are not of that level. I'm just an ordinary person. Don't think like this. You also have the incredible treasure within us, within you. So we only need to learn how to uncover this, how to retrieve this treasure. Believe it or not, you have this treasure. It's not a story. It's not a fairy tale. This is reality. How to retrieve this? We have to learn this. And who gained expertise in this technique to retrieve this treasure within? These are the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. They traverse this path to retrieve the treasure within, and now they have reached that level of the Buddhahood and the Bodhisattvahood. These are the beings who are extremely loving, extremely brilliant in knowing how to retrieve this the treasure within us, within themselves. So they're so good at it, we want to learn from them. You're getting it? For example, say I can see that there are many young boys I'm sure that some of you in your rooms you have the Messi's photograph. I'm sure some of the boys have you have. Are you sure? Oh, he's not. Yeah, maybe he has a Buddha. I know. Yes, no Buddha. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, so he is more into internal treasure, not the outside football. Many young boys, believe it or not, go to the room. They will see the Messi and Ronaldo. If Messi, no Ronaldo. If Ronaldo, no Messi. You're getting it? Believe it or not, this is what is happening. Why? It's an expression of their love. It's an expression, you are my hero. What is hero? Role model. You're getting it? So all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas to be seen as your role model. Role model means I want to learn from you. Learn from you means that there are skills which you have, which I don't have. I like to listen to you. So that expression to say that I want to learn from you, that is known as expressing respect. That is the prostration. You're getting it? Prostration means respect, expression of respect. Now the next question is how to do that? How to do that? So expression of respect, prostrations, there are so many ways of doing this. Indian version, Chinese version, Tibetan version, the Islamic version, Christian version. There are so many versions there. And not that one is correct and the other is wrong. They're all perfect. As long as the deep inside the respect is coming in your mind. And how that is expressed physically and verbally, that can differ. It doesn't matter. For some people, they say when you put on the hat, this is considered as a sign of respect. In some places, you put on the hat, this sign of disrespect. It's just a pure convention, but the respect should be there inside. So that's expressed in different forms. Now as I said earlier, all these traditions are perfect. There's nothing that one is wrong, one is right. And how the Tibetans do, we learn this, and then many of you know how the Chinese do, many of you know how the Christians do, Muslims do, and the different traditions they do is perfect. There's nothing wrong. Everything's perfect. So how the Tibetans do is that the two palms press together and the two hands press together, and then the two thumbs go inside to make like a gem. And outside there's this physical form there, and inside is hollow. So physical form, this is known as the Rupakaya meaning the Buddha's body, and inside hollow, this is the ultimate reality. So the inside hollow is because of the external form. External form because so these two are the two sides of the same coin. Say the Buddha's form is to benefit the beings, and the Buddha's perfection is on the basis of the ultimate reality, recognition of the ultimate reality. So this symbolizes the gem which has the capacity to give the maximum benefit to others and a maximum benefit for yourself. So this is symbolic of that. And this hand gesture, you touch there are several ways of doing it. One way is touching 4 spots: your crown, your forehead, your throat, and the heart. The crown is considered, why is touching? Is to stimulate your crown position, because the crown position is considered as very important with respect to when you become a Buddha. Buddha doesn't mean Buddhism. You're getting it? Buddha means that your true nature, your treasure inside is manifested fully. That you experience total fearlessness and infinite happiness. At that point, you are referred to as the Buddha. Buddha is a Sanskrit word. It simply means awakening. That you are awakened fully. It's for this reason that Buddha is revered as the full awakened one. You're getting it? Each one of us, we can be full awakened one, provided we know how to remove the mental dirt so that you become full awakened. Then so when you become Buddha, so this from the crown, you perform all the beneficial deeds to for other sentient beings. So therefore, the crown considered as extremely important position. And the forehead is also considered very important. People talk about the third eye and so forth. No, it has nothing to do with the third eye. It's about when you become a Buddha, So the forehead is the spot from where you empower other bodhisattvas to become Buddha. You empower them to become Buddhas through the forehead. The activities to empower the bodhisattvas happen through mainly from your forehead. Then the throat. Finally, when you become a Buddha, in what way you're going to benefit? Your job is to benefit other beings. How you're going to benefit others? Anyone? When you just imagine that you become Buddha, how are you going to benefit others? Your job is to benefit others. How are you going to benefit others? Anyone? Giving teachings, Motherji. Yeah, giving teachings, the truth of suchness. Anyone else? Okay, there are so many ways to benefit the beings. Like, for example, the Buddha performing extremely beautiful songs, or Buddha performing extremely, right, say the football skills. There are so many ways of benefiting beings, but even if the Buddha performed such amazing skill, Buddha performed numerous miracles, like flying in the air and so forth. Buddha performed many the miracles. But Arya Nagarjuna, now whose text we're studying now, Arya Nagarjuna, he never praised the Buddha for performing miracles, right? He praised the Buddha only for giving teachings. Because, say today, right? Okay, let's say the Hamali here, Hamali raise hand. Okay, so while she's here, and then she levitates in the air, 2 feet above, sits in the air, 2 feet above, right? Tomorrow, believe it or not, there's going to be traffic jam in Himachal. All BBC, CNN, everybody will flock, and millions of people will flock there, right? Why? Because they are seeing something wonder. Somebody levitate in the air for 2 feet up and sit in the air, right? There's going to be just heavy traffic jam all over. Okay, so, and then these people, eventually they have to leave. When they leave, what will they carry with them? They will carry with them, wow, nothing else. You agree? They live with, wow, and finish. They don't get anything. Even if you perform miracles, what do they get? They don't get anything. Whereas if you teach something, they will take something. For example, like giving bread and teaching them how to get a bread, which is more precious. Hey, the gentleman over there, what's your name? Yes. Sandeep, tell me. Teaching how to get the bread is more important than the giving a bread. Why? Giving bread is ready-made. Teaching, again, you have to go to, again, that person will have to go to. Why the teaching how to get bread is more precious? Sandeep?
Because the other person can get it for himself or herself by learning.
Yes. Same, if you give a bread, maybe 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, but not that every day you'll be there. One day you may become sick, so the person will not get bread that time. But whereas if the person learn how to get bread, he will get bread every day if it is not lazy. Every day he will get the bread. You're getting it? That is more precious. Teaching is the supreme of all the deeds of the Buddhas. Right? Teaching the best of the benefit the beings get from the Buddhas. So the throat teaching is related to the Buddha's throat. So when you touch the throat like this, like this, like this, just imagine that you are stimulating the Buddha's throat to give the perfect teachings to all the beings. And finally, the heart, the crown, the forehead, throat, and the heart. Heart, stimulating. Heart is a place where your mind, or what we call as the Buddha nature, the seed of perfection, the real treasure of your happiness, the treasure of happiness, fearlessness, that is related to your mind. It is hiding inside your mind. And that mind resides, the main residence of this mind is at your heart, not the biological heart. It's between it's just the mid of the chest and go inside, closer towards your spinal cord. That's a place which we call as the known as the heart, not the biological heart. That's the spot where the main residence of your mind is, your clear-light mind, the true initial mind. That's the main residence. So when you touch this, you have, of course, the best would be for you to visualize that I am stimulating this, the true initial mind to manifest, the true treasure, ultimate treasure to be manifested. I'm activating this. So we see that there are three spots when you test it. There's a reason there, and the benefit is there. So this is how we do that. Then the next point is that when you make making prostrations, in the Tibetan tradition, there are two ways of doing it. One is the short form, and the other one is full length prostration. And so from tomorrow you will see how the short. Some people may prefer to do full length, others may do the short form of the prostration, and you will learn both. And while doing that, make sure that the 5 spots touch the ground: the 2 palms, the 2 knees, and your forehead. These 5 spots touch the ground. That's very important. Be it full length or half, whichever, the 5 spots should touch. When you touch this, they say, particularly the 2 knees, they're going to be touching the ground. Some people, they throw the knees very strongly. Don't do that. Your knees, you have to protect your knees, because this is going to be extremely complicated part, and they can damage your knees within the span of, like, young people, you may not feel now. But when you grow older, like age 40, 50, then you will start to feel the knee pain, and it is irreparable. You cannot repair it. You're getting it? So right from now, make sure that your knees are protected. And some people, very stubborn people, what they do is that, making prostrations, then don't put any the mattress underneath, because you put a mattress, then the merit accumulation is less. So without the mattress, you do it, more accumulation, purification happens. This is extremely naive. And then once your knees are damaged, no purification then. You cannot prostrate at all. You're getting it? So therefore, we have to think of long term. It's not about, okay, I'm not being too sincere, too, involved in the Dharma practice. I'm very careful about my body. No, take care of your body. This is very important. Think of long term, right? Even if somebody says that, no, don't use the mattress, say that I learned from Thosamling that I have to use mattress. I don't care. You're getting it? So you don't listen to other people. Protect your knees. Okay. And then if you do long, if you do prostrations like the 40, 50, 100 times, in some cases like 1,000 times a day, and so forth, then I would suggest that you have to use a cushion to protect even this part, your chest and stomach. That part must be protected, because long exposure of your body, internal organs, with the bare floor can be very damaging to your internal organs. You're getting a long run is very damaging. Health hazard can happen. So make sure that you protect these things, particularly when just making 3 prostrations is fine. Protect your knees. This just for 3 times is fine. But when you do like every day 30, 40, 50, 100 times and so forth, then make sure that there's a protection cushion underneath particularly your chest and abdomen part. The protection should be there, because they're internal organs. Internal organs, they can be damaged when it comes in contact with the direct cement, stone. Wood is better. Wood is very good. But wood, the knee can be damaged. So we should be very realistic and practical, and don't think of short term. Okay. And then making prostrations, imagine that now the visualization. Visualize that not only just you are prostrating, imagine that all the family members, all sentient beings are making prostrations with you. And some even some teachers also encourage you that you visualize yourself emitting like thousands of times, and then the make frustrations. And I would say on top of that, you can include all the beings. Not only you 100,000 times, but all the beings with you making prostrations. To whom you are prostrating, not just one Buddha, not just one the figure, but innumerable Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So that way, the merit accumulation could be more. And you may wonder how this happens. So these all require more discussions. If you're interested, I'll be happy to give the reasons later on as and when the question comes. Okay. Then next, offering lights. Offering lights. And when we do these things, what I'm sharing with you now, okay. So we have the next class at 6 o'clock. So we have to stop here. Okay, quickly. Let me just quickly share one thing. From tomorrow, there's going to be group discussions. Group discussions. We see that there are many senior the students, senior students. So I asked Venerable Petronella to identify some of them. Senior students, there are many, and in fact, the senior students, you take the responsibility. In the group discussions, the senior students, they will be like the leader of the group. Leader in the group doesn't mean that you talk all the time. The leaders will make sure that everybody gets a chance to speak. Everybody gets a chance to ask questions, and everybody gets a chance to express their opinions. And then after 2 days, then even the leaders will change within the group, and it will be done on the basis of the rotation within the group. So everybody will learn how to lead the group discussion. Okay, this is one thing. And okay, so that's it. So tomorrow what we do is that those people who want to go up for the morning for the long life puja, you go, and others will come here at 5:45. Then we'll do our morning practice here, and this is going to be a part of the long life puja for His Holiness. His Holiness is long life. We'll do it tomorrow here. Okay, we stop here. With this, we'll do a quick dedication prayer, page 54, I think. 52. Okay, page 52. And let us pray that the whatever virtues that we gathered today and from tomorrow be dedicated towards the long life of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the true source of joy and happiness on this earth today. And that is his wishes be fulfilled spontaneously for the welfare of the humanity and the environment and the whole world. I dedicate the merit thus gathered towards the realization that these in the prayers of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of 3 times, and to the holding of the doctrine of scripture and insight. May in all lives, through the force of this merit, many are separate from the 4 wheels of the mind and vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, perfect in the 2 stages. From our 2 collections, vast space that have amassed from working with effort in this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds wisdom is blind by ignorance.